If this thing doesn't work, there'll be an iPhone 14 Pro Max for sale by the end of this video.
Comes that old familiar feeling, just like
The iPhone 14 Pro astrophotography first attempt was a fizzer, didn't work at all. I updated the software. Will it be better tonight? Well, we did it last night. We shot the iPhone 14 Pro Astro mode, night mode on a tripod, 30 seconds to shoot some stars. We actually had the 13 Pro Max there to compare it to. 13 Pro Max blew it out of the water. And I launched that video and a few people went, that's terrible, I'm not buying that phone. And to be honest, I wouldn't blame you. I was very disappointed with how this thing worked. Then someone said on the comments in there, there's a new software version for iOS, iOS 16.0.2. And the release notes didn't really say that there was going to be anything as far as night mode on this phone goes. It had something to do with the shaky camera for Instagram and a heap of other bug fixes. Considering this thing launched, like a week ago, it's pretty bad. But they did it last time too, I think, with macro mode on the 13. I guess when the Apple hating folks say Apple's copying everything from everyone else, they certainly copied this launch from Google, didn't they? Because that was terrible and this isn't going too bloody good either. Anyway, I've installed this software and I've come to Terix. So we're in the middle of absolutely nowhere now. I'm surrounded by nothing. There is no light pollution here at all. I am in a Bortle 1 location. The sky is clear, it's going to be epic. If this thing doesn't work, there'll be an iPhone 14 Pro Max for sale by the end of this video. Let's wait for it to get dark and take some photos. Obviously it's dark now. The galactic core is sitting up pretty much vertical here. I'm out in the bush like I was this afternoon, the same spot that you saw everything this afternoon. Some trees are right here, it's really dark, it's incredibly dark where I am here. So I've done the update, as I said before. I'm going to throw the iPhone 14 Pro Max on this Explorer tripod here. A few of you guys asked in the video yesterday what the phone holder, that's this one here. I'll just get rid of that tracking off my head so you can see what it is. This is the Explorer, what is the model number of this one? MX10, MX01. I'll link it down the bottom here. These guys have been really good to me. They're sponsors of the channel now. They've given me the tripod, a couple of phone holders here, and look, to be honest, I'm just totally stoked with it. It's really, really good gear. Update's done. I'll put it on the tripod here. We'll shoot Pro RAW. From questions that came from the video yesterday, no, you can't shoot 48 megapixels on the 14 Pro in night mode. Doesn't work. You can't do it. Stop asking me to do it. It doesn't work. So we'll put on here, take a photo, and we'll see what we get. Because we're shooting pretty much straight up, I've got to get below it here. Just going to go to the camera. I've got RAW on. You don't need to see the screenshot of what I'm doing here. RAW's on, night mode's on, touch the stars, and I'll take a photo. I was trying to turn this light off so it's completely dark. All right, that's done. It's better than what it was before the software upgrade. Have a look. This is the sort of photo I would expect to get out of an older iPhone. Not this brand spanking new one. I'm going to try something here. I've got a feeling it's probably just too bloody dark, which is kind of round the wrong way considering that you want it to be dark to take this sort of photo. I have a weird idea. I'm going to use the iPhone 13 Pro Max to help the iPhone 14 Pro Max take a better photo. You don't need to use this other phone. I'm thinking, because I took a photo earlier in the night and it didn't look as bad as that, but it was just on the blue hour, like, well, it was after the blue hour, but it was still a little bit of light pollution from the sunset. So I think light is actually going to play a part in this. There's trees in the foreground here in the photo. I'm going to light them up. So I'm going to turn this off again. I'll leave the camera going. I'll turn the light off. I'll introduce some torchlight from the other phone. It doesn't have to be this phone, just any torch. And I'm going to put on that trees in front there and we'll see what it does. Because that's not great. I'll turn this off. So there we are. It's on RAW. Touch out in the sky there. Go to max. Take the photo. I'm just going to turn this light on here. Shine it on those trees. Now I'm shining it for a while here. Pretty much the whole photo. We'll see what happens. Turn that off again. I've got a feeling this is going to work. We'll see. Okay, it's definitely got more potential. I've obviously put my light into the photo. That won't work at all. I'm just going to move over there a little bit to get more of this tree in the photo, and we'll take it again. Okay, this is not as straightforward as it should be. So let me bring this back up, because I'm sick of crouching down. This last photo is actually not too bad, but I've done a few things different on this photo that I didn't need to do on the 13. Have a look at this photo. That looks pretty bloody good. I think you'd agree that that's a pretty good astro photo with the trees in the foreground, the galactic core rising, or setting in this case, just below it, just above the trees though. There's two things I did different in this photo here than what I've done with anything with the iPhone 13. It's interesting. Two things that I did different here. I didn't touch a star to get focus, because when you touch the screen, that focus button on an iPhone, it's exposing, it's testing, it's metering if you like, and it's setting the focus for the stars. I didn't do that for that photo, and I've tested it now a couple of times, and that's consistently been the case. Don't touch the stars like you would on any other previous iPhone. Don't touch the star for focus. Don't do it. Get a better result. Second thing is you're going to need to introduce a lot of light painting. It's a weird thing, and it's worked. I've done it a few times now, and I can get it to do a bad photo, and I can get it to do a good photo. So any torch, you know that Woburn torch I normally use, we'll do that in some more videos very shortly. I just didn't bring it out with me. But any other light, I left that iPhone 13 Pro Max torch on for pretty much the whole photo, lighting up those trees, and I've got a pretty good shot. So it's different to the other ones, the previous models, but it is working, and it's working okay. And I think if they've done this after one software update, they're probably going to get it closer to what it was before. Anyway, guys, seems to be fixed. I have a bit more faith that moving forward, this will actually be a pretty good phone for what I do here on this channel. Anyway, thank God for that.
I hate you so much, I stole your bicycle. It's all said and done, now honey, you won.